Hi guys, my name is Christina and welcome to my channel. On this channel we talk a lot about creating comics and I share everything I learned about the subject while creating a comic for more than 6 years. We also talk about art, about how to create art, how to enjoy art, how to enjoy creating art, and how to be an artist professionally and earn money with art. If any of this sounds interesting to you, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring a bell. It really helps the algorithm and also it will notify you when the new video is up. It helps you, it helps me, it's a perfect world. And in this video I wanted to share with you what I learned by filming my drawing process for the whole year. I started my channel a year ago and this is where I started filming my drawing process. I got Camtasia Studio and this is a software that helps you record the screen of your computer without sacrificing the performance. Some other screen recordings, they kind of mess it up, and especially because my screen is pretty big and you can imagine the weight of the file that is being generated, Camtasia Studio is really great. So I started recording some of my videos here and there and eventually I started recording videos for Patreon and it evolved in me constantly recording everything I draw. So I actually posted a video in December in the end of the year, which is called 2020 A Drawing Year in Review. I'm gonna link it up here. Basically in this video I go and comment on everything I drew. I don't show everything I drew in real time just because it's gonna be a humongous video. But while creating this video I actually noticed a lot of things about my own drawing process because normally you don't get the opportunity to look through footage of all your drawing processes throughout a year. But I got this opportunity because of the situation. So I actually noticed some things and I learned something about my own process and I wanted to share it with you because maybe it's going to be helpful for you to just pay attention to those things about your own process and learn more about your own process as well. The first thing I learned is that I tend to draw in increments of either 20 minutes or 50 minutes. It doesn't seem to be anything in between. It's literally just either 20 minutes or 50. There is like odd cases where, for example, I started drawing and something came up, I had to pause, I got a call or I realized I don't have time. But normally I notice that it's either 20 minutes or 50. I realized that apparently my attention span and my enjoyment of the process can last either or. I noticed also that it lasts 20 minutes where I'm more tired on the days when I have a lot of work to do, and 50 minutes is usually where I'm more active, something like on weekends. So that was interesting to find out. It talks about my concentration ability, I guess, but that's interesting to learn. At least now I can plan my drawing sessions. I know that in 20 minutes I will probably be over it. And I can tell you exactly what I do after the time is over. I usually just do normal millennial stuff. I just scroll through Instagram, watch a little bit of YouTube, I don't know, stare outside of the window, or sometimes, I don't know, go for a bike ride or something like this. But yeah, I get like usually a 5 to 15 minute distraction, more like 5-7 minute distraction, and then I get right back to work. Maybe I make coffee or something like this, but it doesn't take me a lot of time to get back into it and I don't need a lot of breaks, and then I can go right into another segment of 50 or 20 minutes. Interesting fact. I don't know. Cool, I guess. Another thing that I noticed that is probably not as revolutionary, but it is that I draw slow when I talk. And you might ask me, Christina, why are you talking while you're drawing? What's up? That can be several situations. For example, I'm on the phone with someone, I have my headphones and the phone is lying down, or I'm live streaming on Instagram, which check out my Instagram, the link down below in the description, because there I like just popping out the tripod next to my computer and I just draw and people show up and we talk and I just talk about what I'm drawing. People have questions, I answer. It's pretty fun stuff, but what I noticed, I draw significantly slower when I'm talking. I guess because like a huge part of my brain is actually focused on what I'm talking about, like giving attention to people I'm talking to. So it makes sense, but just another thing that I noticed, like productivity goes way down. I would say maybe like 60% down. Yeah, I definitely slow down more than twice. So less talking, more work. Another thing I noticed is that I slow down after 5 minutes. So apparently when I start one of my drawing increments, either 20 or 50 minutes, I'm very fast in the first 5 minutes, but then I slow down a little bit. But the first 5 minutes is very sporadic, high energy, and then the speed goes down a little bit for the another duration. So I guess maybe in the first 5 minutes I'm very excited, very ambitious, and I want to cover as much ground as possible, and then I normally go to more natural speed of drawing. I guess maybe it's the same as you maybe go running or do some other exercise and you are very excited in the beginning, you want to do your best, and then you just go down to something that is more doable. So it looks like this is happening for me as well. So the first 5 minutes are very productive and the rest still productive, but a little less so, and a little less if I'm talking. Another fun thing that I noticed that I struggle the most with lines, with outlining my chapters, with decided what's gonna happen, like a very rough even lines on each panel. Usually when my script is finished, I just go and I just really roughly outline every page, just create where each panel is gonna be, and and create like very raw, like you know, like drawing like a kid, those like humans, like literally stick people. Yeah, I'm just outlining, doing a composition where everything is, and this part for some reason takes the most part, like the easiest drawing. I guess you can say maybe the composition part, that what takes me the most amount of time, and just breaking down action, because it requires a lot of thinking, and every time I don't really know what's gonna work out unless I put it already there. So I have to draw, look at it, realize it's not working, erase it, move it, do it again, do it on different pages. If I already decided how the outline, like this sketchy outline of the page looks like, and then I go into details and start actually drawing things, it's still something that I struggle the most. I can see in the recording me doing something, erasing, doing it again, erasing, doing it again, erasing the whole thing, redoing the whole thing, bringing it back, creating duplicate of the page, calling it version 2, doing another version. I can definitely see my struggle with this. So it looks like the lines are the hardest thing for me to figure out, but good thing that most of the work is the color. But yeah, that's very interesting. I actually noticed that in traditional drawing, I prefer lines and prefer black and white way more than color. I actually hate color in traditional, but in digital, it's harder to get the lines right on the tablet, I guess. With colors, precision is not that important, but with like lines, with all of this, I can definitely feel the disconnect, because the screen is here, the tablet is here, and I'm struggling a little bit. Stuff is not coming out exactly the way I want, so maybe that's the case. But yeah, that's what I noticed. I struggle the most with lines. Another thing I noticed is the fastest thing I draw is hair, which is interesting, because I remember as I was just starting to draw digitally, I was struggling the most with hair. And now it's like I really enjoy drawing them, and I just draw hair very fast. They come out really easily. I have no problems, no struggles with hair whatsoever. They come out super easily, super fast, and I'm usually always happy with what I drew. So looks like hair is my favorite thing and the easiest thing for me to draw. Another thing that I learned is that the thing that takes the most amount of time for me to draw is grass. I don't know why. I guess it is like a lot of strokes that you have to do to make grass stroke realistic, and I like to do like the strokey grasslings. Obviously not everywhere, because overkill of details is not gonna help you. It's actually gonna look weird. But I noticed that I spend a lot of time on grass. A lot of this grass highlights, grass shadows, and then I keep thinking, okay, so this is like a patch of this grasslings, and this is another patch of the grasslings. So here, maybe there is like some sort of soil coming through. Maybe here soil is a little wet, or maybe here the characters went and gone, and there's more like a roadish, like a tiny road appearing. So because some of the grass are stamped out. I kept thinking about those things. I put a lot of thought into the grass, which I probably shouldn't do. But yeah, grass takes a lot of time. Sometimes, like if I'm doing recording for my Patreon, where I really just slow down the whole video just 4 times, because I just give them as much material as possible so they see everything. Even for this purpose, I cut out me drawing grass, because I will be looking through the video and I'd be like, that's boring, girl. You've just been drawing grass for the past hour, and this was just crazy. But yeah, grass takes a lot of time. Maybe you notice when you rewatch it, because it's kind of boring. I don't know, boring to watch somebody drawing grass. Grass takes a lot of time. So every time you see grass in my comics, know there's a lot of love and work put into this grass. Another thing that I noticed, I put more details into light environments, and light environments take more time to produce than dark environments. I mean, like actual environments, like outside, terrain, or whatever, characters outside, or for example in the building and it's light, or if it's dark environments, night or evening or something like this. And I noticed that when it's like a lighter environment, it takes a little bit more time to draw it, and I guess it's because in the dark it's harder to see level of details, and usually when it's darker there is less variation of color, it's more simpler, and it's just you don't draw a lot of things through because it's just gonna look weird. So a lot of things are more in shadows. So I guess it's logical. I mean, you would assume it doesn't matter, it's still the different colors, but I guess for our eyes it just doesn't, for me, it doesn't feel logical to put a lot of details into dark environments. I think the variation, the vibrance of the night, or for darker environments, the vibrance of color is limited, and that's why you don't need to do a lot of color variations, and that's why maybe it takes less time. But that's what I noticed, dark environments, they go by way faster. And the last thing that I noticed that is kind of fun is that I keep drawing my favorite parts over and over. I just keep, you know, touching them, doing something to them. My favorite parts to draw are eyes, just faces overall, everything that has to do with character emotions, I guess, like this area, or like this area. I like drawing this area, like where the hair meet the forehead, and like eyes itself. And I noticed that even though they don't need work, I'm done with this part for this panel of this page, but I still will draw something that I really need to draw, then I go back and I will draw a little bit of a shade here, then I go and draw actually what I really need to draw, then I go and just touch this eyebrow a little bit, just be like, one more time. I guess I just really like drawing it, and I kind of miss drawing it when I'm drawing something else, so I keep going and drawing some character, or like sometimes I really go and just like, I like drawing highlight on the nose and here, and I would just go and be, draw it a little bit more, like a little bit more highlight. I don't know. I really like doing this for some reason, and I noticed I do it quite a lot. Maybe it's a wasting of time, but yeah, this is what I noticed, and it's hilarious in some way. I also understand where I'm coming from. So yeah, this is some fun things that I learned while rewatching myself drawing all the drawing processes during the whole year. And yeah, this is fun things that I noticed. And actually with the productivity and with intervals is very interesting and very helpful. And with the grass, yeah, I don't know, man, still gonna be grass. We're going, and I will have to draw grass, especially when there's a top-down shot, a wide-angle shot, where I see a lot of characters and a lot of grass. Now I actually know that, oh dear, I'm gonna be stuck on this for a very long time. So I hope you guys like this video, and let me know if you have some weird thing that you notice about your own process, or if you have similar things to mine. Let me know, let's chat in the comments down below, and thank you so much guys for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, and until then I hope you're gonna have a good day, good days, good week, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thank you guys.